Marilyn Manson, lead singer of the band, Marilyn Manson.
How you doing?
I'm good, yourself?
Wet.
You're
Made
wet.
Me sit in the rain.
Stop spitting! Hey, rain! Could it be God? Could it be Fred Nile?
It could be Fred Nile ejaculating on me. He's got a sexual thing for me. I think it's mostly because he's jealous. He wants to have his name in the paper as much as mine. Next thing you know, he's going to be wearing lipstick, so...
That would be great if you turned him onto lipstick.
This would be so bad.
Because Fred's kind of really quiet until someone as exciting as you comes along and he's like, wow, another opportunity to, like, tell people how the world is very evil and...
I think you should have picked on Courtney, though.
Yeah? Why's that?
Well, I think I'm bigger than Satan. Courtney is Satan.
Courtney is Satan.
I think so, yeah.
Your bands bring strange things to gigs?
Yeah, but you know, mostly prosthetic limbs, because I collect those. So a few times, some kind gentleman would give me their legs, you know, and stuff like that. He'd have to hop home, but I got an arm also. So.
Do you think you might ever need them? Is that why you keep them?
I've just always been fascinated with medical things. So as a kid, I was always sick, so.
Because this album, Mechanical Animals, rolls off the tongue, is full of kind of medical terminology, the stages of coma. Here, what is this back of the CD with the medical chart?
Well, this is kind of my world that I created, that I saw in my head, and it has a lot to do with what I saw around me in Hollywood. So it's a lot of analyzing the different elements of fame and of drugs, and just looking at them in different ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that there was a war on drugs, but I surrender!
When did you come up with that line, I don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me?
All the time. People would say to me, hey, do you like these drugs? And I would say no. And then the drugs would say, but we like you, we love you. And I would say, no, please. Because there's a war on drugs, but I surrendered.
You've surrendered? What does surrendering entail?
Well, what I discovered the other night when I was at Fred Nile's house, he was having a sermon with me, and he said, Marilyn Manson, it's okay, because Jesus Christ invented marijuana. And I said, really? And he said, Jesus Christ invented cocaine and LSD also. And I said, you know what, you're right, because if we're in God's world, then God invented drugs. And I said, you know what? If Jesus Christ can do drugs, then why can't we? And Fred said, you're right. And that's when I can't speak about what happened after that.
Okay.
Sexual nature.
Should we ring Fred?
Yeah, you should ask him.
Fred, if you're watching, please come on the show. Please come on the show. We will tell your side of the story very fairly, let me tell you. Was Fred covered in luncheon meat at any stage? Have you ever covered a fan in luncheon meat and pissed on them?
A deaf girl.
A deaf girl.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to discriminate. You know, I like to keep it fair, and I'm not gonna not exploit a deaf person. 'Cause deaf people want to be exploited as much as a person that can hear. And she enjoyed it just as much as anyone else would. So, it was mostly ham.
Now, there's a lot of people here that, you know, there's so much talk in Australia that Marilyn Manson is so shocking. What would it take today to shock you?
I don't think I'm shocking at all. I think what I do is just entertaining. It brings a little excitement to the world of rock and roll. I think what shocks me is mostly Courtney's panty line. Because I've heard from several very reliable sources that it may go up as far as this. Well, I went to the zoo yesterday,
Taronga Zoo?
Yes, and I saw a gorilla eat his own feces. He was sitting on a rope and he was just pulling it out of his ass and putting it back in his mouth.
Capitalist. Oh, it's on your leg.
Sorry.